This is Okubaba Timber Market, located in the heart of Ibutemeta, a vibrant commercial and residential area of the mainland axis of Lagos, the former federal capital of Nigeria. Founded more than 80 years ago, Okubaba, as the market is popularly known, had metamorphosed over the years into a sprawling hub of timber trade in Nigeria. Today, Okubaba hosts more than 200 sawmills, where thousands of people earn their living by engaging in the wood and related businesses being conducted in the 6 wards into which the market is divided. Popular though it is, Okubaba Markets, with its straggling mass of immersed timbers and ramshackle dwellings, presents an unseemly sight that puts a huge blot on the image of Lagos State and diminishes our coveted status as one of Nigeria's top-ranking tour and business destinations. All day long and virtually all year round, both the unseemly sight of Okubaba Market and its squalid environment have remained a permanent eyesore to thousands of passers-by who ply the highways and routes adjoining the markets. This is particularly so for most visitors, tourists and international businessmen visiting Nigeria for the first time, who head for their respective destinations in the highbrow Ikoyi, Victoria Island and Lekki axis of the state in chauffeur-driven vehicles through the 3rd mainland bridge on arrival in the country. For on its inbound traffic, this iconic bridge offers a panoramic view of Okubaba, exposing rather disconcertingly the blemish the sleazy market has become on the image of Lagos State and indeed Nigeria's. Besides being unsightly, Okubaba Market also poses a constant threat and danger to the safety of both the people and the environment of the area, particularly on account of the frequent fire incidents that raise the cluster of Okubaba's shanties, which are largely inhabited by the poor and underprivileged. Despite the setbacks experienced in previous attempts to relocate Okubaba Market, the Lagos State government had never given up on its resolve to achieve the objective. About 24 months after work started on the development of a site in the coastal town of Agbowa in the Ikosi-Ejirin Local Council Development Authority LCDA of Lagos State, where Okubaba Market will be relocated from Ibutemeta, the project is now nearing completion. The endeavor is an initiative of the Governor Babatunde Fashola-led Lagos State government to address glaring environmental degradation that the continued operation of the timber market at Okubaba in Ibutemeta constitutes. The location chosen for the new sawmillers market at Agbowa, Ikosi, named Timberville, an acronym for Timber Village, is being developed in 2 phases. Phase 1 constitutes of a commercial area and an adjoining offshore area, both of which occupy a total landmass of 135 hectares, as against the compact 35 hectares on which the Okubaba Market in Ibutemeta is presently located. This phase of the project will have 250 units each of bandsaw sheds and offices situated side by side, a boom area where the rafts of logs that are floated to Timberville through the adjoining lagoon shall be stored, and a log preparation area with shallow water where the raw logs shall be cut down into shorter standard lengths before being moved to the adjoining band saw sheds for sawing into timber planks of various sizes. Also to be delivered in this phase is a network of shoreline protection wall made of concrete sheet piles for the preservation of the sand-filled areas of the platform straddling the log preparation area, as well as access and internal roads to facilitate movement of vehicles within and around Timberville. All these shall be within the commercial area of Timberville. A major feature of the project is an artificial lake created to provide filling sand and also serve the role of collecting storm water from the entire neighborhood of Timberville, and a canal channeled to link the lake with the adjoining lagoon to facilitate the discharge of storm water into it and avert the possible flooding of Timberville, especially during the rainy season. The offshore area will have ancillary facilities which include a multipurpose hall, cafeteria, public toilets and parking lots for cars, trucks and trailers. 50 out of the 250 band saw sheds to be built at Timberville will be situated at this offshore area. On the other hand, Phase 2 is a resettlement initiative which provides for the development of a 250-unit housing estate of 2-bedroom residential buildings to provide accommodation for the resettled sawmillers when they move to Agbowa Ikosi from Okobaba. Messrs First World Communities Limited was commissioned by the Lagos State Government to design and execute the project. The pre-construction technical activities for Timberville project began in March 2012 when the project site was formally handed over to the project contractors First World Communities Limited (FWC) by officials of the Lagos State Government. By October 2014, remarkable progress had been achieved in the execution of the project. An average job completion record stood at 60%. In the case of certain specific deliverables of the project, higher job completion levels had been recorded. For example, site clearing has been fully completed, while close to 80% project completion has been recorded with sand filling, which is the most critical component of the project. The eastern axis of the band saw shed platform is the last part to be sand-filled. The overall progress recorded in the development of Timberville is also reflected in the percentage of band saw sheds and adjoining office buildings that were ready by October 2014. Out of the total deliverable number of 200 units each of both structures that are expected to be delivered at the commercial area, 150 units of office buildings and 130 band saw sheds had been constructed. As soon as the sand filling of the eastern flank of the project site is completed, the construction of the band saw sheds and offices earmarked for the axis will commence. The hollow for the log preparation area that will serve the band saw sheds spread in an E-shaped design around the platform of Timberville in its western, northern and north-central areas had also been carved out by October 2014. In addition, most of the shoreline protection wall for the areas of the platform straddling the log preparation hollow had been installed. The boom area has also been cleared, while the initial dredging or sweeping of the area has been carried out. When the sand filling of the eastern axis adjoining the boom area is completed, the process of carting away of the debris in the boom area and its dredging work would be concluded. Although the access and internal roads that will serve Timberville when it begins to run are yet to be constructed, the road alignments have been established and are being used as temporary earth roads to facilitate the movement of vehicles and personnel to and within the site. The construction of the permanent roads that will serve Timberville when the project is completed will commence towards the end of work at the site. The artificial lake required for sand dredging has been created, and it has produced over 500,000 cubic meters of sand used to fill the band saw sheds platform. The canal that will channel the storm water from the artificial lake and the entire neighborhood to the adjoining lagoon has also been dredged. At the offshore area of the platform, some of the facilities earmarked for the location have sprung up. The multipurpose hall, cafeteria and 2-wing public toilets, one wing for male users and the other for female, have been built and are now at the finishing stage. The resettlement housing estate, which is the major component in phase 2 of the Timberville project, featuring the construction of 2-bedroom residential buildings for the sawmillers to be relocated to Agbowa Ikosi from Okobaba, has also commenced. By October 2014, over 150 units of the buildings had already been roofed. Like it is often the case with most civil engineering projects of the scale and complexity of Timberville, the project had commenced with estimates of some work items which could be validated only in the process of construction. The subsequent validation that took place during construction had led to variations in some of such work items. Some of these variations have been executed as the project progressed, while some others are still pending. The variations already executed are the sourcing of additional sand required for filling of the band saw shed platform and the additional shoreline protection required. Those variations that are still pending include the increased boom boundary demarcation, redesign and construction of a jetty with industrial capacity, rock blasting, as well as increase in the number of internal roads. Others are drainages, parking lots, walkways and curbs.
They won't come further afield again.
Even as the project is proceeding on course, the project contractor First World Communities still envisage some additional works which are beyond the scope of the original Timberville contract, which may need to be done for its satisfactory completion. The additional works foreseen by the company are the redesign of the foundation for some of the band saw sheds closest to the lagoon to cope with the wind loads in excess of initial projections, the construction of concrete slabs for the floor of band saw sheds, and the timber side boarding of machine bases of band saw sheds to roof level as requested by the Sawmillers Association. Another additional work requested by the sawmillers is the provision of ancillary facilities for supporting trades to be undertaken at Timberville, such as turners and engineering sheds and others. Perhaps no other person is better placed to offer an irrevocable assurance that Timberville is a done deal than the key driver of the project, Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola, who has never failed to reaffirm this and reassure the people of the state and stakeholders each time he paid a monitoring visit to the project site. Listen to Governor Fashola address the media on one of such visits.
It's no longer something on paper. We're seeing a very clearly articulated timber village, properly designed. You've seen the work that has been done. You've seen what it is going to be like. We are delivering on our promise.
But then, it is one thing for the execution of the project to be on course, and yet another for it to be actually completed. So, when will the Timberville project be completed?
It is on course. By first quarter of next year, we should conclude this project the way we are going.